But yeah, these are obviously going to be anonymous. It's just for fun. I had a decent amount of you guys send me secrets. We're going to be gossiping with you, about you, whatever, chewing some gum, and making you relaxed. So, pop in your headphones, put on your sleeping eye mask, and let's get started. Okay, so, number one, and I've read like a couple of these, but I really haven't read them, so I'm reading them, reacting to them as you guys are hearing them. Okay, number one. Every house party I attend, I turn the thermostat down as far as it can go, and no one has caught me yet. Girl, I hate that shit. I'm always cold, and whenever I'm with specifically my boyfriend Tony's family, they're always hot, and we'll be like down the shore in these cheap motels, and they'll put the AC down to like 62, and I get so aggravated because I'm freezing. So if I was at this party, I would not be happy. Guys, my heat just kicked on. If you can hear it, I just turned it off. It will only take a second to go off, so just hang tight. Number two. So this one is actually a very serious one, and it just says, I am a domestic violence victim. I don't know how to like respond or react to this. I'm not like a professional in this area. I'm not qualified to give advice on something like this, so I'm not going to be ignorant and do so, but I will probably email you back, and I hope that you can seek salvation and help from this, and if anybody in the comments has some sort of resource or something for domestic violence victims, please leave it below so that I can pin it so that this person can potentially seek help there. But I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, next one, and the rest I'm pretty sure are like lighter, just trigger warning or whatever. That was different than the rest of them vibes wise. My secret is I still sleep with my blanket that was made for me when I was a baby. LOL. It's only so special to me because my great grandma who made it for me, and she passed away. I never told anyone because I think it's embarrassing. Also, I'm 20, which means it's 20 years old. I literally sleep with stuffed animals still, and I'm 27. I sleep with a little stuffed dog, a pillow pet that's a crocodile that Tony gave me, and a monkey that Tony gave me. And yeah, I'm in my own home with my boyfriend that I live with, and I sleep with stuffed animals. I told him that I'll put the stuffed animals away when I get my engagement ring, so don't worry about your blanket. Sleep with your blanket. My toy dog, or stuffed dog that I sleep with, is like over 20 years old. Okay, next. Hey queen, so here's the tea. My biggest secret is that I once fed my aunt soap. Now, it's not what you might think. When I was younger, I loved making concoctions, didn't we all? Things are all around the kitchen, and one time my aunt and uncle were over to visit, and they went out of the room for a bit, so I started making a concoction. Little did I know it was in my aunt's drink. Long story short, I put some Dawn dish soap in there. Not enough to do any damage, but still. I was like 7, so what do you expect? Oh well, so that's it. That's hilarious. I'm pretty sure, like, if you eat or drink dish soap, like a little bit of just dish soap, that it just gives you like diarrhea. So you probably just gave your aunt diarrhea, which is fine. Okay, next. So one time when I was 8, I went for a play date at my friend's house, and we were playing hide and seek. I hid in the shower behind the curtain. Then my friend's dad walked in the bathroom and started to pee. Oh God. At this point, I didn't know what to do, so I remained silent. Then I heard him shut the toilet. And I thought he was done. I immediately got out of the shower, and he was still standing there. He was washing his hands, and he just stood there staring at me. I will never forget that day. That is so uncomfortable as a child. But I can assure you, if the dad, was any type of normal terrible person. I'm sure he was absolutely mortified and freaked out. So you guys were both just kind of in an awkward situation. He doesn't want to look like a fucking pedophile, and you are 7 years old, and you don't want to make it look like you're like spying on men going to the bathroom. So that's pretty funny. Did you not tell your friend? Oh my god. Okay, next. I have a secret that bugs me all the time, and I've never shared it with anyone, so I'm excited to share it with you and the world now. Oh. My secret that I have is that I've been dating my current boyfriend for 3 years, and I can't get out of my head the sex I had with another guy before we started dating. Sometimes even think about that while we're having sex. It's not that my boyfriend and I don't have great sex. We do. But nothing will ever compare to that guy, and I still think about it 3 years later. That's funny. Who cares? I mean, you love your boyfriend. People are people. You're still gonna find other people attractive. You're not supposed to wipe your memories clean just because you have a new man. So whatever, like, think about it all you want. It's in your head. As long as you're not like acting on going back to this guy and like actively cheating, who cares? And definitely don't tell your boyfriend, because it's just all it's gonna do is like hurt his feelings and make him insecure. You don't want that. This person says, "Hi Julie." Okay, girl, it's Julia, but I'll forgive you. I absolutely love your channel, and I thought it would be fun to share one of my secrets with you since it pertains to ASMR. I make pretend ASMR videos. Like, I don't actually record myself, I just pretend I'm whispering into a microphone and tapping on stuff. It sounds weird, but it's fun. I hope one day I actually do make an ASMR video and upload it. Do it, make one. That's cute though. I know that like little kids will, like a lot of little kids will like pretend to be like YouTubers and stuff and like talk to nobody. It's just like playing pretend. I mean, maybe you're an adult and like that's fine too. But why not make an ASMR video? Send it to me if you make one. I'll share it with my audience. Okay, next. Hi Julia, you're one of my favorite ASMR artists. Thank you. Your video concepts are always stellar. Here's my secret for your video. I started dating my close friend of 4 years and promptly realized he was super problematic and gross, amongst a lot of other issues with his existence. I found out he lost his virginity to a prostitute in Japan during COVID. Ew, okay. He also hadn't been tested after because he didn't know how to. Tested for COVID or tested for STDs. My issue isn't with prostitution, even if he doesn't. Okay, regardless of what he didn't know how to get tested for, that's a red flag right there. If you don't know how to get tested for STDs and you don't know how to get tested for COVID. My issue isn't with prostitution, just with how he acted in this whole situation. Sad I wasted 4 years letting him have a huge piece of my heart, and glad I didn't have sex with him. So I guess you guys didn't date for 4 years. You guys were just friends for 4 years. So I wouldn't say you wasted 4 years. Were you guys dating when he lost his virginity to the prostitute? There's like a couple questions I have here, but he sounds like a scumbag, and that's weird. Sorry, like, to lose your virginity to a prostitute, like, that's not normal. I mean, I'm not into prostitution. I'm not gonna like shame sex workers. But like, if a guy loses his virginity to a prostitute, like, I'm gonna go ahead and just say what we're all thinking, that that's a goddamn huge red flag. So, good thing that you got out of there. Alright. So I'm 26. My husband and I met in 9th grade. Oh, same, except for I'm 27. And now we have 2 kids together. We've been together for 10 years. When I was in high school, I got caught numerous times with my window open at night. I would open it when everyone in my house was moving around and coming in and out, because our alarm system made the doors and windows make a beeping sound every time they were open. So I would open my window while everyone was busy, that no one would notice or hear it. I would leave it open until nighttime so I could sneak my boyfriend into my room. Cute. Till this day, my parents think that I was sneaking out of the house to hang out with friends. And my sister brought up the conversation one day recently and told me to tell them the truth because she thinks that's funny, and now they wouldn't care. But that's a secret I'll take to my grave. I don't care how old I am. My parents would still probably murder me if they found out he was sneaking into my room. That's funny. parents do. My mom had no idea that I used to sneak out all the time when I was a teenager, go skinny dipping with like the boys or in the neighborhood, and all the other things that I did that were illegal that I won't even like say on YouTube. But like, you're 26, you're an adult, you have a husband, like, what can your parents do about it? I think it's an empowering thing to like realize that you're an adult and like your parents can't tell you what to do. Like, I love my parents, I have a great relationship with my parents, but my mom will tell me things or suggest things to me, and sometimes I'm like, well, I hear you, but I'm not going to do that. There's no need to lie. Like, I live in my own house, I pay my own bills. What's she gonna do? But that's funny, that's cute. Okay. Hello, Julia. I'm 15. I've been watching you since you started, pretty much. But anyways, I was in 8th grade, which was last year. At the time, I had a boyfriend named, I won't say his name because then that kind of reveals you, and the girl was named Jane, we'll say. And I went down to the office to grab papers from my teacher. When I came back, I heard my boyfriend at the time say, "Don't tell blah blah blah. Please, I'm just using her, the girl." He didn't know I was around the corner listening to everything. I came out and said, "What did you say?" He said, "Nothing, playing dumb." So I said, "We're done. You're gonna start lying after a year and a half." His sister said he was planning to take me to our school dance, but I don't think so. So I made a fake Instagram that said the other girl's name and said, "I don't like you. Something, something, something." Basically, this guy was a cheater. I mean, you're 15, don't even worry about it. Who cares? He's like an idiot. They're not going to start to grow up for like over another 10 years. Sorry about that. Just how men are. Hey, Julia. I love you so much. I love you too. For this secret I wanted to tell you is that I was talking to this guy that was interested in me. We were getting to know each other, FaceTiming, hanging out, which led to my best friend to get jealous. Why was your best friend jealous of that? Unless you were like being way too much up his ass and like ignoring your friend, then that's not cool. Then when I invited her to hang out with us, she went and hooked up with him. Bitch. I guess to make herself feel better about herself. I wasn't mad or anything, but it was something to laugh at. You weren't mad. Are you insane? Don't be friends with that girl. That's absurd. I would have punched her in the face. You're getting with a guy you liked, the guy you're FaceTiming, getting to know each other, hanging out, talking, and your best friend, you invited her to hang out with you and this guy, and she hooked up with him. Girl, this is not your friend. Screw her and that guy. That pisses me off for you. Next, my secret is that I'm in college and still a virgin. Not a lot of people know that, and it's kind of embarrassing. Who cares? It really doesn't matter. You think that it matters at the time, but if anything, it actually like makes you more appealing to a guy, which like eye roll. It's like, not to say that if you've had sex with so many people, 100 people, that like you're unappealing to a man, because that should really mean nothing. Especially how promiscuous college guys are, but don't worry about that. Own it. Be like, yeah, I don't want to have sex with these gross frat boys. Like, whenever the right one comes along, I'm ready, but for now, I'm not gonna do it just to do it. Like, it doesn't have to be a thing where you're like, no, I'm waiting until marriage, but it doesn't have to be a thing where you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do the first guy who comes in, who I see at the party tonight. It can be like, yeah, I want to do it, I haven't had the chance, will get the chance, and I'll do it when I have the chance. Okay, next. One time when I was 12, I was at my dad's house, where my stepbrother, not close to brother at all, like no conversation since Christmas 2014 when we first met, and it was just me and my brother, and I went into the kitchen and saw freshly baked brownies, and of course ate 6 of them. Oh, I already know what this is gonna be. 30 minutes later, I felt so wired and went upstairs and asked my brother what he put in those brownies, and he just laughed. Looking back, I was extremely high, and it's so funny to me. You ate 6 weed brownies when you were 12. Like, oh my god, I can't even imagine. I've only ever eaten one I'm not a weed person. It makes me paranoid. I don't like it. It makes me feel stupid and slow and confused and overthink. I can't imagine eating 6 weed brownies. At the age of 12, I would have like gone into cardiac arrest. Okay, next. I think my secret is that I looked well put together on the outside, and I would consider myself a smart, successful woman for my age. But on the inside, I'm really getting overwhelmed, and I need to detach and de-stress, but I never have time. And I'm one ticking time bomb away from breaking down, and I don't know how to fix that. Girls, it's like same. Like everyone is like that. So, not to belittle your feelings, but to like let you know you're not alone. You see people that have it all together on the outside. I'm telling you, many of those people really don't have their shit together. You really don't know. Trust me. Like, I just like, this is just so many people. So you're not alone. Okay. This isn't anything juicy, but I wanted to submit for the video. I'm currently in community college and sort of suddenly decided to change my major. Don't we all? I've put a lot of thought into it to be sure I'm not super sporadic. I swear, I trust you. I'm too afraid of judgment by my family, so I haven't told them anything at all. I'm in the process of transferring to another university next fall, so I'm just kind of waiting until I get everything settled to tell anyone. The change would cause me to move a few hours away, but I think it would be a good change of pace for me, so I'm a little exhilarated by the idea of just saying see ya to everyone and having new experiences. Go for it. Tell your family, who cares? You're switching colleges and majors. You're not dropping out to become a stripper. I think they can handle it. I was supposed to go to a college that was 3 hours away and have one major, and I ended up being there for 1 semester, deciding I didn't want to be there, coming back home, going to a different college for the rest of my 4 years. Don't worry about your family. Like, do what you want. Make sure your major, though, I'll give you advice for college. Make sure it's not like so specific as like nail polish, color, person, creator. Make sure it's something like, if you want to be a nurse, it should be nursing. If you want to be anything else, it should be like business or communications or something, because it's just going to be the best, easiest way for you to get a job. Just saying. Okay. Next. When I was in high school, I skipped practice to meet up with the guy I was talking to. We were doing the dirty in the school parking lot in the back, and we got caught by one of the football coaches. He knocked on the window and said something along the lines of, "Did I scare you guys?" We didn't even have time to react before he walked away. Never saw that coach again, thankfully. Ew, I hope he didn't go over there knowing what you guys are doing. Like, at some point you have to realize like you're underage and like he's an adult. So like maybe don't walk towards the underage children having sex to like take a peek. Don't even worry about that. The coach was weird as hell. If he like actively like chose to go over there, like if he was startled and like he didn't realize, then that's one thing, but I don't know, that's weird that he like went towards you guys. Hey Julia, my secret is me and my boyfriend once had sex in my car outside of my old high school. Oh my god, wow, what are the odds? This was the next one. And got seen by a dog walker. It was past midnight, so we thought we'd be safe. Clearly not. Oh my god, yeah, that's embarrassing. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Hi. So I'm basically an open book, but this is one of my few secrets that I haven't told my friends. A little TMI, by the way. So I've only had one boyfriend for 3 years. We broke up a year and a half ago. And since then, I've had many boys interested in me, obviously. And I've actually hooked up with like 4 different guys since then. was with 42 guys in one night. And I'd be like, do you? Like, that's my friends. Like, you don't judge your friends. Also, honey, like, that isn't normal. 4 guys in a year and a half. If you said 25 guys in a year and a half, if you said 50, like, who cares? And yeah, that sucks that it's like that. You don't have to go advertising your sex life to, like, the world, but you should definitely be able to talk about that with your girlfriends at least. And shame on those bitches if they have anything negative to say about the 4 dudes you hooked up with. Next one, just one sentence. I've cheated on every boyfriend I've ever had. I won't tell. Next. This is for subscriber secrets. This may be a more depressing secret, but my mom has passed recently, and I'm completely ashamed of how my family has scattered and not helped at all. I know it's not a funny secret, but I'm just being honest. I'm really sorry to hear that about your mom. I know that families can react to deaths and grieve, all so differently. So I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with that, and I really hope that you have somebody, whether it's a friend or a family, or a neighbor or whatever, that you feel like you can kind of confide in and be close with. If your family is not giving you the support that you need, it doesn't have to be blood, just a person to talk to. Okay. Next one. It took me over a year to get over a guy who wasn't my boyfriend and who I never even met in person. He caused me so much pain, and I still have him on social media. But we haven't talked in almost 2 years. I think I was in love with him, but I don't know. Is it even possible to love someone you never met in person? I definitely have had little things like that before when I was younger. Or even crushes on celebrities that feel so intense and you feel like it's like love. I don't know if it's possible to be in love with somebody you've never met. I think it's possible to be in love with the idea of that person and kind of in lust after the way they look and your fantasies about them. But I'm curious why. So you guys never met. Does he have a girlfriend? If not, why don't you just fucking DM him or something? Like his pictures. Who cares? You might as well shoot your shot. Next one. My parents got divorced 2 years ago. They had a lot of problems. My secret is that the catalyst for their divorce was my porn history and BDSM social media account. My father said it wasn't his, but nobody believed him or cared because he's such an asshole. This has to be the juiciest one. Damn. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, if your dad was really a fucking asshole, then who cares? Just take that one to the grave. If not, maybe it's time to talk to a therapist and see if you should fess up. But that's crazy. So basically your mom divorced your dad because she thought that this BDSM social media account was his. And the porn was that he was watching, I guess. Wait, what was it on your family computer or something? That's crazy. You better chill. Okay, this one's a long one. I have had a really huge secret that I hid for 9 months. I'm 17 and was beyond terrified of what happened. In February of this year, I found out I was pregnant, only being 16 and a half and not done with high school. I hid my pregnancy from my family and my friends. Oh, okay, maybe guys' advice, don't do that. If you're pregnant, you should probably tell your family and friends. Well, your family at least. I didn't tell my mom or dad up until October. Holy shit, so March, April, May, June, July, August. So you're 7 months pregnant. How did they not, notice? absolutely adore my son. I'm still going to school and I'm going back to work real soon. Whoa. That's some shit. I mean, wow. Where did that just go? That's definitely wild. I mean, that kind of makes me sad though that like you felt like you weren't able to tell your mom. Like, my mom definitely would have freaking killed me if I was pregnant at 16, but like the first person I would go to is her, especially for you to have hid it for 7 months. Like, girl, how? I don't know. I can't understand that. But I guess people really get like totally paralyzed by fear. But yeah, I would suggest just more openness within your family going forward, so you feel like you guys can talk to each other. I'm sure your mom did not feel very good that you didn't tell her that. But look, you got so lucky that he came out healthy. Alright, we have 2 more. 2 years ago, I dated a guy for almost a year. He was my first boyfriend, and I thought we would be together forever. I was young and naive. Unfortunately, the relationship was really toxic. He constantly broke up with